Hello, welcome to United Kopitiam, and today is Saturday, 11 o'clock. We're very excited to actually get your opinion to actually talk about Manchester United. 2 weeks without football, very boring, and now we are going to have football every every week. We're gonna have two games. It's gonna be weekend Wednesday, weekend Thursday, weekend Wednesday. We don't have Wednesday, we have Thursday, so it's gonna be midweek, weekend, midweek, weekend, right from the Chelsea game. It's going to be a lot of games jumping right into our face, and it's going to be very, very exciting for Manchester United fans. Excited and scary. So yeah, today we are going to be. This is United Kopitiam. This is a session where we will all like to talk about Manchester United. Leave down in comment. Tell me what do you think about Manchester United season so far. What do you think about the topics that we're going to talk about? So today we're going to talk about news. News has been rushing in. News has been rushing in these past 2 weeks without football. There's just so many news that we have to dissect and just talk about. I really like to listen to you about the first off right from yesterday. Very interesting. Very surprising indeed. Right. I was awake at 3 a.m. at night Malaysian time, and I was like, oh, something happened to Man City. I'll just have click on the news, and well, Man City has been banned. Have been banned from the UEFA Champions League, and that is just again something is saving Ole. There's miracle happening to Ole at the moment, and there's just so many things that it's helping him not get sacked at Manchester United. We're gonna talk about Poch linking to Manchester United, Ole's job. We're gonna talk about Fred's interview right at the beginning of the 2 weeks break, 2 weeks winter break. We're going to talk about Woodward's post. I don't know what it's interview, but it's in a fan forum only for games going fans. What he promised, he did not even attend the interview personally himself. But he only put down what he has been said. And of course, we're gonna preview the big game Monday night, 4 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Monday morning, Tuesday morning for Malaysians, okay? Tuesday morning for Malaysians, 4 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Got to double check that. But I'll be trying to get awake for that game because, yeah, living in Malaysia is not easy to watch football, especially when days game, the Monday's game, Thursday game. So, but as a club that is in Europa League, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be for the rest of the season. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be very, very difficult. So, anyway, let's start off. Let's jump off. Manchester City helping Manchester United to get into Champions League. Kind of ridiculous, but if you cheated, if you break the FFP rules, which I think FFP is quite decent rule because you don't want a lot of you don't want bleeding air comes in and ruining the games and then just throwing money. Like example, if Saudi actually bought Newcastle and suddenly start throwing money left and right, Newcastle bringing them up, buying the title and not getting it from the fans, not getting it from the sponsorship, not getting it from the revenue. I think that's unfair. So yeah, I think Man City should be punished to a certain extent. PSG was cleared of the same charges 1 to 2 years ago, and now Man City is being charged. Is being charged by UEFA, and is being charged, and they are going to be banned for 2 years, 2 seasons. So up to 2022, there wouldn't be any Champions League for Man City, and that's going to be a lot of repercussion. There's going to be a lot of money involved. There's going to be a lot of players that wants to leave because who wants to be there for 2 years before Champions League? Pep's not going to be there. That's 100% sure. But what I want to say also is because, like, if I think that Man City is going to appeal. There's going to be appeal. I don't think it's going to get overturned because UEFA wants to flex the muscle. It's very obvious that Man City has been breaching the rules, and not only that, because there was a whistleblower, or there is a whistleblower. He's now in prison. Actually, he hacked into a lot of clubs, and he whistleblew. He put out all the information for UEFA to act on with regard to FFP. Because of hacking, he landed himself in prison, waiting for a court case. But at the same time, there is proof, a lot of proof that they cheated on they overstated their sponsorship revenue, which is in a way cheating. And I think they should be punished for it. And I think UEFA has to flex the muscle. There are going to be some punishment. 2 seasons is quite a lot. 2 seasons out of Champions is quite a lot. So let we don't know what's going to happen to the front, but what's important to me right now is Manchester United going to get into Champions League next season. That is what we want to discuss about. What do you think? Do you think fifth spot is now possible for Manchester United? Because now we are eight, actually playing one game less. But if Ole cannot get himself into top five, I think he has to go. He has to go because everything's trying to help him. Everyone's trying to help him. Chelsea losing 8 games is trying to help him. Now the Man City is trying to lend their hand to help Manchester United to get the job, to get over the line to get Champions League football next season. Because I can't imagine, because even though we were not banned from Champions League football, we are not in Champions League for 1 season now, and it may be so the case next season, and that is just spelling disastrous. And in regard to Ole Jobs, I think if he gets Champions League football, he will be our manager next season. If he doesn't get Champions League football, it's gone, it's done. He's not going to be here anymore. Poch going to get the job. Now, it's very interesting to hear what Poch has to say over the the week. He says that he loves working in EPL and has the confidence that the next challenge will be fantastic. He is practically flirting with Woodward, flirting with Manchester United. Come and get me. He's putting it himself out, and I'm sure that has been discussion with Poch and Woodward about going forward. There has been discussion before. There's a discussion now whether he will be getting. And I'm just thinking that Woodward is waiting for Ole. If he doesn't get Champions League football, he will be sacked. And that's what I want opinion from you. Whether do you think that Ole should be given time until the end of the season? Whether do you think he deserves the time until the end of the season? Whether we should get in Poch now? Because I mean, in all fairness, Ole has not have the players to play his game. I believe very very much that Ole um there's a lot of problem in Manchester United, not only caused by Jose Mourinho, but over the years that we have a lot of date. Well, you see, we moved on a lot of players. Apart from Herrera, Fellaini is crap. Ashley Young was crap. Lukaku cannot play build-up football. Sanchez, the less said about him, the better. Highest paid player, but couldn't score a goal to save his life. So there has been a lot of inconsistency. There's been a lot of crap in Manchester United. So that's why I think it's unfair to actually blame on Ole. I mean, there is that tactic problem. Like, why are we defending? Why are we having two defensive midfield? I have problem with that also. It's really very difficult to watch Manchester United playing defensive football, only counter attacking. That is, people are saying that we don't have a playing style. That is our playing style. This is not the best playing style. There should be attacking and counter-attacking at the same time. We should be pressing. But judging from last season, judging from the fact that we couldn't keep our attacking football with pressing, and then we got very, very tired at the end of last season, Ole is scared it happens again. But now, turning around, that our defensive football has not been helping us. Anyway, we lost to Burnley 2-0. So that's a lot of criticism on Ole, and when it doesn't work out, of course, all the pressures are on him, and that's why Poch is being discussed at the moment. Because if we miss the boat with Poch right now, we are not going to get that time lucky anymore with him. So the question is, of course, whether should we sack Ole now, get Poch in, or at least give assurance to Poch that's coming in next season, or keep Ole until the end of the season, see whether he can get Champions League football. And I think that's fair on him, because now we can really judge him. I believe that the Bruno Fernandes is going to be the deciding factor. If he can get Bruno Fernandes to gel and work with the Manchester United to get the goals and assists to actually improve Manchester United play, then yes, he should stay. And I think Bruno Fernandes will be the deciding factor, whether he should and he shouldn't stay, because now he cannot say that he doesn't have the creativity. Because I believe when we see Andres Pereira does not have the creativity, when Lingard does not have the creativity, when Mata is too slow, I agree with all that. But all that is done when Bruno Fernandes is in the team right now. Unlucky with the injuries, Pogba and Rashford. Like, you have Pogba off for so long, and I tell you, like, we don't have Pogba for more than half of the season, and that's one of the reasons why we struggled. And now we have Bruno Fernandes, and when Pogba comes back, then we can actually judge him, because now we do have the players. Yeah, Rashford is still injured until April, but with Martial, with James, with Greenwood, and for the possibility of Odion Igalo being the 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 high probability that he's not going to work out, but on the off chance that he works out, then there shouldn't be any more reasons because Marshall is a damn good striker. He is a good striker, or he can play very well off the flanks. Daniel James has shown in the beginning of the season that he can do it. He is overplayed, and Greenwood has been the prodigy for this season. So I do not believe that Ole has any more excuses not to be performing much better than he did first half of the season. I see this team is definitely top four worthy, now top five worthy. So definitely he should be able to bring Manchester United over the line into the Champions League football. If he doesn't, then Pochettino has to take the job. There has to be a switch. But I think we should give Ole time until end of the season, until at least top five is mathematically gone. It's very weird to say top five at the moment, but Manchester City has given Manchester United a very, very big saving line. Happens a lot, and let's see. Let's talk about Man City for a while. Players, I'm sure if there's no 2 years of no Champions League football, of confirm that there's no Champions League football, Pep will go, De Bruyne will go, the top player will go because these players want Champions League football and they want to. I mean, when it comes to Manchester City, there's no love lost. Nobody support. There's not a lot of people supporting Manchester City growing up, and they don't have a lot of support. 10 years ago, they are nowhere in the Premier League, and money got pumped in, and now they are the best team in the world, one of the best team in the world, but only because money has been pumped in. So I think at the end of the day, Manchester City will be in jeopardy if this ban is going forward. They're going to have a lot of problems moving forward. They're going to have to rebuild again, and that's why I see the ban being not being overturned, but reduced from 2 years to probably 1 year. And 1 year spells a very, very good time for Ole Gunnar. I mean, it's still a miracle for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be in the job at the moment. He is our beloved legend, and that's why there's not so much noise of him of getting him sacked. I mean, there is enough noise to get him sacked, but not as much as Jose Mourinho. But if you look at Moyes, look at Van Gaal, they got the sack when Champions League football is mathematically gone, right? They got the sack then. And Jose Mourinho lost the dressing room. Everyone turned against him, publicly known. So there's no way for him to run away. Hence his sack. And Ole Gunnar is beloved by a lot of fans over 30 years old that has seen him play in one of the greatest side of all time, football, 1999. So we love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So there's a lot of people, including myself, does not have the heart to see him sacked. But the football played until now is not good enough. But I see there is a reason why it's not good enough. So I'm willing to give him time. But now that Bruno Fernandes has come in, he has no other reasons anymore. He has to get this team taking. He has to get Bruno Fernandes back fit. He has to get Scott McTominay back playing as soon as possible, and they are on the road to recovery. McTominay should be back after the Chelsea game. I think he will be on the bench for the Chelsea game. He is training. He trained with the team in Marbella along with Tuan Sibi, and Eric Bailly should be back also. So we are getting a full squad other than Marcus Rashford. Early May, we should see Pogba back, and that's that, and almost full team, and that's why Ole Gunnar should not have any more reasons, excuses why we are not getting top four, top five should be the priority. And if he doesn't get top five, he's gone. Poch will come in. But my question is, would you like Poch or Ole at the for next season? Considering that if we do get top four, what do you think? Like, should we still have Poch in the job? Should we still get Poch for the job, or should we still depends on Ole? Considering that he's not playing the good football that he has played. But let's say if this, you see, to me at the end of the day, result is very large of the test of the pudding. But a very big part also is going to be the performance that we put in, the kind of game that we put in. Are we Manchester United in terms of attacking? Jose Mourinho lost the dressing room, lost the fans because he played defensive football and not getting the result. So result is the most important. But if we don't have a good playing style fans are still going to turn. I mean, a lot of people doesn't like Mauricio Moreno at the start from the beginning because of his playing style. So going forward until summer, until the end of the season, playing style is still important. Whether do we have the playing style? Do we have the do we have that performance? Do we have the tactical performance? Do we play good football? I think at the end of the season, that's what Ole will be judged on also. So if let's say we do scrape through top five because of the miracle that Chelsea keep dropping point, because of the miracle that Man City saved Manchester United this time, but bad football is still being played. I think Poch has to come over take over the job. Would has to make that decision because next season with bad football, I cannot phantom us in Champions League with bad football. So anyway, Poch wants the job. It's no secret that he wants the job. It's a very badly kept secret, and yeah, I hope to see Ole at the end of the season. I actually wanted Ole to succeed, but he has to have good football from now on until the end of the season so that we can see that there's good tactics being played out. Then we will have no problem with him continuing on next season. So that's that about the FFP, about Ole, about Poch, about the managerial situation in Manchester United. Let's talk about Fred interview. And yeah, it's gonna look back on Ole too. That Fred came out and said that Manchester United is not united. That's a lot of clicks here and there. I mean, to me, when he said that it's not united, that not everyone is together with everyone, there's no unity, and on the pitch sometimes there's vanity that people trying to do too much by themselves. Um, Perfectly said by Fred. I fear for his career at Manchester United because when De Gea was captain, he came out and gave that interview. He was quickly not the captain anymore. And same thing with Fred now. But during the Marbella trip, there is a possibility coming from Manchester United Facebook page that he scored a goal during training. And I can still see that Manchester United still value Fred, and I hope Ole won't. Okay, I have to say that I want to say that Ole won't go in so much on him because he did say in the interview yesterday for the press conference before Chelsea versus Manchester United game that he was asked, like, Fred said this about the unity, like, what do you think about it? And Ole gonna quickly just snuff the flame, and his answer is very weird. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I, as far as I know, that the Manchester United team is very united and the players are united. I don't know what Fred is on about, but moving forward, there's nothing gonna. I mean, we still love Fred. Fred's gonna still do an important job for Manchester United. So seeing that Ole is not going to go hard on Fred, and he shouldn't. He's one of the best players right now at the moment. So if he still goes on hard on Fred for revealing the truth, then I'm sorry, Ole. It is gonna be a negative in the books of whether you shall be replaced by Poch, and I shall see. We should see Fred starting tomorrow, and we should see Fred playing a big role. And I shouldn't be reprimanding Fred as Fred drop off in the performance. Then a lot of the noise is going to be against Ole again. So I do hope that because we really love it. Like the fans love it. What he say, brutally honest. It's an honest thing that he said. Manchester United is not united. We can see it on the pitch. It's very clear. We need someone to come out and actually blow the whistle again. We need someone to actually go in hard on the team because someone needs kicking in the backside, and Ole has been a very kind soul. I mean, he's always smiling, but of course we do not know what happens in the back room, and I hope that Ole and Fred wants to push Manchester United to become better. That Fred coming out to say this, hoping that I mean I don't see a solution being clicked. If you go to work and it's a big company, there's going to be click left and right. There's going to be mini groups being created, whether it's by genders, whether it's by race, whether it's by favorite food, whether it's by lunch, favorite lunch place. There's going to be click. There's going to be people who is of the same similar mentality. It's going to be different people that have different mentality, different hobbies. So there's going to be click. That's given. But when it comes to the job, they have to be united. When it comes to on the field, they have to be united. And so far, we have not seen this on the pitch. There's no unity and vanity. I mean, of course, people's gonna say, straight away, Pogba. Pogba's not been playing for half the season, so I don't think, Pogba's gonna be one of the problem going, and a lot of people's gonna go in Pogba. But it could be Rashford, it could be Martial, it could be Fred himself, it could be McTominay, but. Whoever it is, I think Ole has a big job in his hand to get this team to unite under the United uh, believe that we are united. So if a team is not united, there's just no saving grace for Manchester United, and that's why we have to be united. We have to have the unity, and we loved it that Fred came out and say all those things, and I hope that Fred continue to be brutally honest, and not only that, but even though it's brutal honest, there has to be some saving grace that has, because again, Jose Mourinho was brutally honest, and the dressing room was against him. So it would be very, very sad to see that if the team goes against Fred, and all these things can be seen on the pitch. So when he came out, so it's something that we needed, and I hope that you know that the Manchester United teammate won't see it as a negative that Fred actually came out and said all those things, and everyone's want to get a kick on the backside, and we need to get this Manchester United ship moving. And with Bruno Fernandes, there's just so no more excuses for Ole or Manchester United for all the players to fail anymore. Top four, this team is worthy of top four. It's not a title challenging team, but our top four has been crap. Chelsea, crap, so inconsistent. I mean, Leicester's starting to drop off. Man City has been dropping off. So there's no reason for us not to get top four. Now even top five, there's even no reason, and it will be judged. Ole will be judged for for this this season, whether he will be judged whether we get Champions League football or not. And let's move on to the Woodward's promise for the summer. So in this fan forum, it has been written that he said the rebuilding is a serious thing, and they are aiming to rebuild. And this summer is going to be very, very important. It has always been this summer, because removing dead woods and buying players is not a quick process. It's a slow process. But this summer will be important and will be a deciding factor whether our next seasons or seasons to come. It's a big summer. It's coming, and I mean, there's a lot of talk about Jadon Sancho. There's a lot of talk about Grealish. There's a lot of talk about James Maddison, and I just have to say we missed out on Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech has been a good player, has been a cheap player, and it's on Woodward at the moment. That means we are putting all our eggs into one basket, and this is Jadon Sancho basket. And if we don't get Jadon Sancho in the transfer summer, we just have to cynically laugh and hide in the corner, because if Jadon Sancho comes in, if Grealish comes in, and a CDM comes in, and Timo Werner comes in, four players, these are the four players that we need. There are four positions that we need to strengthen: striker, right wing, attacking midfield, and center defensive midfield. If we strengthen this, we are title winning challenger. And a bonus, Koulibaly. We are title winning challengers, and there's no reason that we are not able to challenge for the title. I'm not even saying that we should be winning the title, because we have not been doing it so far. But if we do get these four players with a bonus of fifth players, which I don't think will happen at all, then we can challenge for the title. But no news on the centre defensive midfield front at all. But Grealish has been rumored to has already agreed personal terms, and it's only up to Aston Villa. I say Grealish is one of the deal that we should be getting it done right now, because it's doable, and we cannot be wasting time, because Euro 2020 is a real sticker into transfer. It's gonna destroy. It's gonna be disrupting all the transfers, all the plans, because Euro 2020 is smack. It's gonna be a 1 month, 1.5 months, and no deals are going to happen. And Manchester United never do any deals during any big tournaments. Number one, and Manchester United never do any deals during our visit to other countries, during our tour, during our pre-season tour. So that's whether we have been to America for so many times, and during that time we have never bought a player. Deals have not been going on. This is really on. Why can't we split our attention? Why? What was gonna do with you the tour in America? What are you doing in America? You're supposed to be doing deals, bringing deals over the line, and you have bad judge to help you. Why do we not sign any players during the preseason tour? Harry Maguire was signed after the preseason tour. Daniel James was before. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was after the tour. So I find it's very, very strange why Manchester United never do any deals during preseason tour. And this season we have preseason tour. I think it's not looking to be United States at the moment. We do have Euro. It's going to disrupt transfer plan. So definitely at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very difficult to sign players. So get Jack Grealish done right now. He's going to be in the England team. Get it done right now. On the first, as soon as the transfer season opens, he comes in, no question, no need to worry about one, and then you put all your eggs into the Sancho bag. And Paul Pogba is going to have a lot of dragging on, a lot of sagas all the way until the end of the season. So there's really, really no reason why we should not be finishing Grealish deal right now. Put your egg in the Jadon Sancho's. He's not going to decide right now, because Hakim Ziyech is going to Chelsea. Jadon Sancho, people are saying that papers are reporting Jadon Sancho has his heart set on Manchester United. Bollocks. It's not going to happen. He's not going to decide at the moment. There's a lot of teams looking at him. His price is so freaking high. But it's going to be a statement signing. If Woodward get this signing over the line, he will be applauded. And I would give credits where credit's due. Although this whole 6 years has been a failure, but if he can get Jadon Sancho over the line, Jack Grealish over the line, Timo Werner, which has only a release clause of about 60 million euro, it's a possibility to bring him over. Because let's put into perspective, Jadon Sancho, where's he gonna go? Liverpool, he's not gonna get first team football before Salah and Mane. Man City, now having all the problem, he's not gonna go there. Chelsea's not gonna be able to afford him. I would thoroughly believe so because they have just spent on Hakim Ziyech. Where else? Tottenham. No possibility. Jose Mourinho is there, but I never thought Tottenham can do any better than top four. And Arsenal down in the ruts, and Pepe is not hasn't been able to save them. I don't think Jadon Sancho will want to go to the team that's also fluttering in the middle of nowhere. And the only possibilities I can see, even Real Madrid needs a player of his stature. And yes, Real Madrid is very, very much a possibility. But he said he likes EPL and wants to come back to EPL. And we can only wait with bated breath whether Jadon Sancho's this egg can be cooked. Because yeah, we really all of us like him. And if he does come, we are definitely a title challenger straight away with Jack Grealish. So yes, definitely a possibility deal, but it's not close to done at all. It is very, very far away. The deal is being worked on, but it's going to drag on just like Pogba deal all the way after Euro. He's not going to do anything before Euro. He wants to focus on Euro, and after Euros, then the deals will start to intensify. The rumors going to start to intensify, and only then we can hope that Jadon Sancho will be a part for us. He will leave Dortmund. That's what Sky Sports reported. He will leave Dortmund this season. The end of this season. That is a given. But where, it has not been decided at all. So we can only wait, right? So that's Jadon Sancho. And Timo Werner is a possibility because if you go to Liverpool again, are you going to play ahead of Firmino? That's very much a possibility. But Firmino, to me, Firmino is the cog that keeps Liverpool together. He is the middle creativity. He is the Bruno Fernandes that plays slightly higher. He's not a striker. He's a false nine, and he has been feeding Salah and Mane the goals. He has been fantastic, and I don't think Timo will be able to come in and straight away tear that apart. So that's a loss, no. But of course he can play off the left and right. But again, you have Mane and Salah. Going into Liverpool team is not easy. Of course, that is the team you want to go into, but it's not easy to break up the three forwards that they have. And Man City problem again. Chelsea is not going to be able to afford him. Again, it's Real Madrid. Current Benzema is not going to stay very long. Luka Jovic is not doing very well in Real Madrid. So Real Madrid definitely need to right wing and to replace Bale, and also a striker in some like Timo Werner because Luka Jovic has not made the impact. Messi to Manchester United, not going to happen, but much more of a possibility. He's not going to Manchester City anymore, right? So yeah, Jadon Sancho. The latest is James Maddison wants to come to Manchester United. That's given. Everyone knows that. He has been flirting Manchester United, has been liking our posts on social media, so that's not a question at all. He definitely wants to come to Manchester United. But the question is, how are you going to fit Jack Grealish? How are you going to fit Jack Grealish? How are you going to fit James Maddison, Jadon Sancho in the same team? I don't think it's possible. I think and Bruno Fernandes, I don't think it's possible. And they all wants to play first team football, so you have to choose either Jack Grealish or Maddison. And I think right now, cheaper option, Jack Grealish. Not a lot of difference. For a crap team, he's been scoring 9 goals and 7 assists. So at the moment, I want Jack Grealish. I want Jack Grealish over Maddison because Maddison seems so unattainable. At 90 million, I think 80 million for Harry Maguire, Leicester's not gonna take in anything less than 80 minutes unless he starts throwing his toy out of the pram, and then we on the fan side will judge his character again. So Jack Grealish is the most logical option. Jadon Sancho, all the eggs in his basket. Timo Werner, a further possibility. I don't. You see, with Martial there and Rashford, I mean, if they're fit, we have a very good lineup. Timo Werner might not even play first team football, like he wanted, but it will be a very, very good rotation. Of course, I want him. Everybody wants him, but I mean, Manchester United is a mess. So if Poch comes in, then we have a higher chance to actually sign Timo Werner, and we definitely need someone like Ndidi. I rather Ndidi, Grealish, Jadon Sancho, and Timo Werner, and we will be fine. We'll be very fine next season, and this is what I hope happens. But the chances are very, very low for all these four to come in, and this is what Ed Woodward promised, right? A good summer, an important summer. They have to start doing big things in the summer, and he's lying because the fans are going to renew their tickets. This is the time where you need to inject a lot of positivity into the club. This is the time to give out false promises, like what Edward did, and he put it into the forum. He never went to any real interview. He did not dare to show his face in real interview. So he's lying. At the end of the day, I don't believe a shred of things that he said. So we are going to end with Jack Grealish. That deal seems very, very plausible. Jadon Sancho, far away possibility. Hakim Ziyech is gone. We can look at Leon Bailey, but there are good right wings out there, but you see, I'm even happy with Grealish and Sancho. I think that Manchester United have moved forward a little bit, but not good enough because we have been crying out for CDM for so long, and we have not gotten a CDM at all this whole sixth season. And yeah, a striker will be a plus, right? So we actually have to watch. Again, Woodward would be like Ollie, right? The club is going to stand with Woodward because they gain them so much money, but the revenue is dropping, the profits are dropping, and his position will be reviewed by Glazers. And Glazers have to review their interest in the club. So a lot of things will happen if we do fail to get Champions League football, and that's vital for Ole to get Champions League football. Yeah, that's just what's gonna happen. So let's go to the last thing. We are gonna preview Chelsea versus Manchester United. Let's talk about the best combined 11, right? It's always interesting to have two strong teams coming together, and then we have best combined 11. Let's go to the keeper first. De Gea over Kepa. Kepa has been dropped for Willy Caballero. If anyone is dropped for Willy Caballero, gone. He's not even top consideration at all. So Spain has to take back De Gea. De Gea has been solid for us this season. A bit of hiccup here and there. Not as good as the past, the 5 seasons before the last. But he has still been consistent, and he is the man of the match versus, I think, Wolf, right? Versus Man City also. He's the man of the match. So he's the best goalkeeper for not only Manchester United, in the world. So definitely he's in the goalpost, no question asked. No, De Gea in the goalpost, better than Kepa, done. Move on. Now, Wan Bissaka is our best defensive right back, no question about that. For Manchester United, he's been very, very good. He's been consistent in defense. There's no question. There's no one that can get past him. Cesar, I can't pronounce it correct. Zikueta. It's not going to get in front of Wan Bissaka. He's average, I think, and even Reece James, currently on the rise, slightly better in terms of attacking wise. But nobody is better at defensive, and as a right back, you have to be defensively solid first. But that being said, Trent Arnold Alexander is on a different plane. He have been throwing assists in. He's been so much assists for Liverpool team. That's a different. I think, to me, if you ask me, do I want Trent Arnold or do I want Wamska? It's Trent Arnold. The attacking sense, it's brilliant. The crosses is brilliant, and that is what exactly missing from Manchester United. There's no good crossing in Manchester United, but Wan-Bissaka is slowly going to be is doing that slowly. So this season is a season that he's going to learn playing the game. So next season he's going to be have more attacking sense. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka over any right back that Chelsea can throw us, done, right? Harry Maguire, our best defenders, has to be in because I mean Rudiger and Tomori are good. I mean, but Harry Maguire, 80 million, no question about it. He's going to be in there. Just that who is going to partner Harry Maguire, Tomori or Rudiger? And I like to put Tomori in because of that England, that Brexit link that they're going to have because it's going to transfer to England team and the England team is going to transfer back to the club. So they're going to be a better understanding between Tomori, and I am be impressed with Tomori. He's come into the rank. He is our Twansby, but Twansby has been injured, and I really like and they have been depending on Tomori for defensive duties, and I like to see Tomori and Harry Maguire as opposed to Harry Maguire and Johnston, right? So Harry Maguire and Tomori should create a very good partnership, and of course, and let's go to the left. Luke Shaw's not gonna get in the team because I think Alonso is slightly better than Luke Shaw. Actually, look, even Alonso's not impressing me. So the only shout, the only shout is Brendan Williams, and I think Brendan Williams should be in. So that's already 4 players out of 1 players for Chelsea. So we do have a good team. Um we just have not been consistent with the creativity. We don't have creativity. That's the problem with Manchester United. Games are won and lost in midfield, and our midfield were crap at the beginning of the season, and now has gotten slightly better. And we were crap also because there's just no Pogba. There's no creativity. Mata, Lingard, Pereira is not going to get any. It's not. They are not going to get into any combined 11. Okay, full stop. Mata, Pereira, Lingard out. So let's go to the midfield, right? Matic not going to get in. Of course, who is going to be that midfield, that heart, that midfield heart? It has to be Kante. Kante is better than Fred. Fred has been doing a good job, but if you ask me, do I want Kante or Fred? 10 days out of 7, I would want Kante. Kante is going to be that one person that hold the midfield, one person alone. He doesn't need Jorginho, and he would do that job very well. I don't understand putting Jorginho there and pushing Kante forward. Kante is the one that won Leicester the title, and he is the heart of the midfield. He is the engine of midfield. He is the two. He is. That's like having 2 center defensive midfield, 2 holding midfield with 1 Kante, right? You get, as a Chinese, I believe that is a discount. That is a bargain. Kante in the heart of midfield. Bruno Fernandes, creativity. He's better than Mason Mount. Nobody's gonna change my mind about that. And he's better than Kovacic. He's better because he's been putting in the work. He's been creating the stats, goals, assists. He will be better than both of them. And Bruno Fernandes has to be in there. But he is our new addition. He just played 1 game, so it's our luck not having him at the early of the season. But Bruno Fernandes slot right into that midfield seamlessly. So Kante, Bruno Fernandes, and if Pogba is fit, Pogba is going to be there, but Pogba is not fit. He is another creative midfield. His passes out of the world, Pogba, but he's not in. He's injured. So I think at the end of the day, that midfield will consist of Kante, Bruno Fernandes, and you have to give it to Mason Mount. I guess he's, although a bit inconsistent, but he has been a live wire in the team, in the Chelsea team. I mean, if I were to play fantasy, I am playing fantasy football. I have him, Mason Mount. I struggling to drop him from Bruno Fernandes. I wanted to, but at the end of the day, Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes it's gonna have a good partnership. It's like having Bruno Fernandes and Jack Grealish. So Mason Mount to me is a slightly discounted version of Jack Grealish, but will still do a good job and has been doing a much better job in creating, as compared to Fred, as compared to McTominay, who also got himself injured. As compared to Matic, as compared to anyone in our team, Mason Mount is good. If he comes to Manchester United, he will slot right into our midfield. There, 2 midfield, 4 Chelsea, and 1 from Manchester United. And that Manchester United player who is in our midfield for the best combined 11 just came. He has only been played 1 game for us, right? So that's why if we don't have Bruno Fernandes, I would have to slot Fred right there. He'll be able to do a job. But there's still 2 players for Chelsea. Midfield is where a game is won and lost. They have a better midfield. Not now. We have Bruno. Matic is starting to become better. I don't think he's as good as Kante, but he is starting to show his passion, and I hope that continues. Bruno Fernandes is better than all of them. And we have Fred, who is not bad himself and has been playing the game of his life at the moment. So to me, it's a battle in the midfield that we're going to have a very good battle in the midfield, and I believe that it will work. So let's go to the striking, right? Right up top, no question asked. Marshall has not. I mean, Marshall has been very, very good build-up play, but we need like tenacity. We need that the strength up front, and Tammy Abraham has been doing very well. He has dropped off, but also that could contribute to midfield slowly waning. So I think it's very important that we have Tammy Abraham as the best combined 11 ahead of Marshall. Hate to say it, but he is ahead of Marshall. And let's go to the left. We do not have Marcus Rashford. If Marcus Rashford is here, he will slot right in, but we do not have Marcus Rashford. And sad to say, players like Christian Pulisic will be part of the team of a best combined 11 at the moment, because our front threes are not good at the moment, or rather actually I will put Christian Pulisic to the right and Marshall to the left. We have one player like Marshall can play very well off the left, and he should be playing on the left. Tammy Abraham as a striker and Christian Pulisic on the right side of the attacking tree. Because Villan is not good, not consistent. Pedro out of the team. Hudson Odoi has not shown that he's good enough at the moment. At the front three, I think only Abraham has been and Christian Pulisic has been showing some uh, some goals, has been putting in some assists for Chelsea, and Tammy Abraham has been carrying that Chelsea team. So I think at the end of the day, again, let's count. They have one defenders tomorrow, where you see that's why our defense is good. We don't have a problem with defense. We don't have to fix our defense. If Koulibaly come in, it's a bonus. They only Tomori coming in. But midfield, they have two. There's three for Chelsea. And in terms of attacking, it's five. So 5-6. It's a pretty even split. And this game can go left or right. And it's at Stamford Bridge. And that's what fears me. Because the consequences of this game is huge. If we lose this game, we are 9 points behind Chelsea. And we can kiss top 4 goodbye. We can only hope for top 5. And if we do win, we are 3 points behind Chelsea. And that we have all the right to chase them, because it's only one game of win and loss. Draw, nothing's gonna happen, right? Nothing's good for either team. Like there's still gonna be a lot of games between now and the end of the season. So this game will carry a lot. If we, it's a 6-pointer. It's actually a proverbial 6-pointer, which we have to win because we are the chasing pack. So I have to say, if Ole wins this, Ole is better than Lampard. Weird, but true, because Lampard just couldn't get one against us at all. So Ole has to win this, and he has the bragging right. Chelsea lost 8 games, so inconsistency is a problem for them. We can win this. I have the confidence to win this. We are going to win this 2-1. Yeah, we're going to win this 2-1. That's my prediction, right? Bruno is going to influence the game. He's going to score 1 goal, assist 1. That's my dream coming true right there, right? So the best lineup for Manchester United, like we already said, that's the best combined 11. The best lineup would of course be 4-3-3, but it's gonna go 4-2-3-1. But 4-3-3, it will go. So who's gonna fill in the 5 spot in the best combined 11 going into this game? Of course, Lindelof. Lindelof, tomorrow's spot took over from Lindelof. Lindelof will slot him right back. Swansea is not ready to play. When he's fit, then we can experiment with Harry Maguire and Swansea. But now it has to be Lindelof alongside Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, and Brendan Willem. So let's go to the midfield. Bruno Fernandes slot read is the best midfield of all the midfields in Chelsea and Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes is the best. Matic will come in to hold the midfield, and Fred will be the box-to-box. I hope that's the case, because Fred always seems more attacking than Matic, and it should be that way coming into this game. So Fred, Matic, and Fred is not very far from Chelsea midfielder, and he will be able to give them a fight. One of the better players this season, along with Bruno Fernandes. We are going to rule that midfield. With Matic holding, my doubt is Matic, but if he is playing to the strength that he's playing, he was playing these past few weeks, I think we do have a great chance to win this 2-1, right? And problem is up front. I don't think Audio Igalo is going to start. He's going to start on the bench. He's going to come in as an option. Marshall is going to start right up there. I think Mata's going to push to the right. We're going to have Mata coming in, and on the left will be Daniel James, right? Daniel James started the games on the left. He always seems impressive. He scores his goals on the left side. So I would see Daniel James. We should see Daniel James on the left and Mata on the right. He's not the best, but that's the best that we have at the moment. Brilliant will be starting Greenwood ahead of Mata because he is our young protege. I want to see Greenwood in the team with Martial in the middle and Daniel James on the left side and Audio Igalo to come in to surprise Chelsea, right? Right, true. I hope that Odin Gallo actually comes in to surprise Chelsea, and then we will see a very, very good lineup. Of course, we will miss Marcus Rashford, and there's one good thing that Ole Gunnar said during the press conference. He was asked that for so long, just like what Gareth Neville said, we spent so much time with Bruno Fernandes deal, and then at the end of the day, we're scrambling for strikers. So what does this mean for Manchester United? Why do we get Odion Igalo and not a top strikers? And Ole could have said that he's a very good striker. He's an AFCON top scorer last season. He could have sing the praises for Audio Gallo, which we all know that is not 100% true. But he did say, very down to earth, he said that Marcus Rashford's injury caught us by surprise. It caused us this, and we have to get someone to come in and help us. And I can tell you, there's no one that can come in and help us, and that's willing to come in and help us more than Audio Gallo. A fan, quite a good Watford players, last four season, and he is Audio Igalo. I mean, I'm not gonna say this very good in the China league because China league is like Malaysian league. It's not very good in terms of international prestige. I'm very happy that JDT is in the Asian Champion League. That's our hope for any recognition on the Asia front. So, but anyway, it's not a very good league. So he's been blasting it in China. So at least there's some indication. So there's no one better than Audio Gallo to come in and do a job to help us. That's what Ole gonna say. He come in to help us to show up that attacking, and we needed him, and he came. So that's why at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy that Audio Igalo came to help us. But our strongest attacking at the moment will be Marshall, James, and Greenwood because Mata lost the leg. He can't run. He's not fast for any attacking, for any counter-attacking games, and this is the hope that we have. So the end of this stream. Put your comment down below. What do you think about Poch versus Ole? Should we keep Ole until the end of the season? Should Ole be kept beyond next season if he gets Champions League football for us? Because that is a real possibility at the moment because Man City has been banned from Champions League football. I think it's going to happen. They are not going to be able to overturn it. But they are possibilities reduce it, yes, because it's not only that they broke FFP, they lied about their revenue. So yes, Fred, brutally honest interview. We hope that it's not going to cost him his spot in the Manchester United lineup. Would promise a very interesting summer, a very important summer. Promises a lot of what do you call it? A lot of investment is going to come in, so we shall see about that. We're going to hold him accountable. That thing has been written out. We should be seeing more from him. And Manchester United going to win 2-1 against Chelsea. I'll leave it here. Drop a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.